Well, it's time for match number 3, Washington Seattle Hawks versus the Pennsylvania Cavaliers. Welcome back to the CBTF USPL in association with MTR. Thank you to all our sponsors. I have with me Sean Finley, the captain of the Washington Hawks. I know you guys have won the toss and chosen to bat. What was the reasoning behind that?
Well, we just have to get a good score on the board. You know, it might get a bit dark in the afternoon, might play a bit lower too, so we're just going to get some runs on the board and put some pressure on the guys later on.
I know this is the first match, officially for you guys. You guys had a washout yesterday, so how does it feel, finally get into action?
Well, we definitely want to play some form of cricket, and we want to win today, definitely. So we're coming full powered, and hopefully the guys are really concentrating on their jobs, which is just basic today. So we just need to come out and do our best.
And if you can share a little bit about the squad, some key players. I know you guys have a mix of local and obviously, some talent like yourselves.
Yes, it's a mix of locals and some international players. Some of the guys we help as much as possible, giving advices and stuff. And so far the team is gelling like how we want it to be.
Well, thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you very much.
So Washington Hawks have won the toss and have elected to bat. The toss happened off camera, so that is the update. We're going to head back to the studio.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
First delivery. Mario LeBon. What a shot that is. It's going to be runs. Using the pace. Akshay Homraj pulling it. A good, powerful opening pair. Homraj and Dominic Ricky. The Washington Hawks up against the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers would have won yesterday. The Hawks didn't play because of the rains. Homraj getting underway with a boundary. Dominic Ricky.
So a good shot to start. Very positive from Akshay Homraj. Oh, pulled into the onside. And a couple of boundaries off the bat of Akshay Homraj. Mario LeBon taken to the cleaners here.
Yeah, contrasting to what we saw yesterday from LeBron up against the Mavericks. It was very economical. Homraj played a lot of cricket at a very high level, not phased by the pace. Happy actually because of this slow nature. I think bowlers with that bit of extra pace comes onto the bat a bit easier. Batsmen will like it.
So big start here for the Hawks. Dominic Ricky and Akshay Homraj has come out to the middle. Two New York local boys. And a play and a miss. Ball outside the off stump and it goes through to the keeper. So big start here from Akshay Homraj. A couple of boundaries off the bowling of LeBon. And so this matchup will be a very critical one here. Washington Hawks already with points on the table. They would have shared points, having their first game rained out yesterday morning. Oh, a bit of sloppy work from the keeper. Is that Stephen Ketwaru, but thankfully they haven't crossed for any run. So Hawks batting first on this occasion. Who won the toss, Nikhil? Wondering who won the toss. So Hawks won and decided to bat. Outside edge. It's gone away for 4.
Yeah, they've dealt in boundaries. The Washington Hawks just edging and rearing to get underway in this tournament. And doing it in some fashion. 12 now from the first over, still a delivery remaining. Homraj not backing down.
Yeah, a couple of convincing shots and an outside edge on one. Doesn't matter how they come. Sometimes it's not how, it's how many. So 4 runs, 3 boundaries in this over off the bat of Akshay Homraj. Final ball coming up. And again, ball going down the leg side. Akshay looking to pull through the onside. And that will complete one. And after the first one, Hawks batting first. Having won the toss, they're batting at 12 for no loss.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Manoj Acharya. So the news from out of the middle, Washington Hawks having won the toss, electing to bat. Things have gone well. We've seen 3 fours in the first over, 12 runs on the board as Manoj Acharya comes into the attack.
Yeah, Acharya, this is going to be a good matchup. Very skillful seamer, Manoj Acharya. Bowling at 2 openers with immense experience. Dominic Ricky making his USA debut a couple of months ago. End of last year, 2-1 internationals for him. Another member of that Stallions team. This is a Rance dealing in boundaries at the moment. The Hawks.
So 16 on the board. They've all been fours. 3 off the bat of Akshay Homraj. And quickly Dominic Ricky gets into the act. He's a talented player. And a man who would want to find himself back in USA colors. He's gone for 4. So a couple of big shots here from Akshay Homraj and Dominic Ricky.
Off the inner half of the bat this time though. Won't be a boundary, just be 1. Off the flyer though, the Hawks. Pretty much what you expect. This is a good team. You look at the other players, Darlington, Keon Joseph.
Sean Finley,
Yes,
the
of
captain.
course, who has that international experience.
Yeah, a couple of big bats. Here. Keon Joseph, Stephen Wigg. So ball guided away from Akshay Homraj. That's his first non-boundary scoring shot. That's how diminutive he's been so far.
Well, they asked about Wig yesterday. Really looking forward to seeing him bowl.
Yeah, what we have seen when we came to this tournament, Nikhil, we've seen some changes to many of the team rosters. And the funny thing is that what has come in are the big players. We saw Lendell Simmons and Riyad Emirates on the original roster that was never in the tournament, but we showed up here this morning and up comes Emirates and Lendell Simmons. We were talking about Stephen Wigg. He's been declared into the 11 here. Keon Joseph, a pacer out of Guyana. Be a joy to see him bowl. He's a quality pacer and has played at the national level for Guyana. Ball going down the leg side. What a take here from Ketwaru. They're asking a question. But in the end, batsman scamper through for what could be leg by. It's a good take from Ketwaru. One of the better keepers in the Caribbean. Still may have lost his place to Da Silva out of Trinidad and Tobago as the Trinidad keeper. But still a very good gloveman. So that's the completion of over number 2. They're off to a quick start. It's 19 without loss.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So work to be done for the Hawks in their first game, first competitive game after their washout yesterday against the Cowboys, who went down earlier today. That group wide open. The Cavaliers picked up a win. The Mavericks have just picked up their first, so the Hawks want to get out on the board.
So this appeared to be Trinson Carmichael. So Carmichael has been given the ball, so that's another player who flew in overnight.
Flew in all the way from Brooklyn. Big fan of Trinson Carmichael though, from Guyana, but has played for the USA. I think he's got a lot about him. Such an athletic fielder as well. Well, Dominic Ricky comes down the track. There is that long on in place though. Good field setting by Scott. Good execution by Carmichael. First game for him didn't suit up for the Cavaliers yesterday.
So 20 on the board. Carmichael will be going to the Philadelphians. Oh, lovely stroke here from Akshay Humraj with all the ease in the world on the front foot. And timed it to perfection. It's gone a long way.
Just too full from Carmichael, way too full. Dominic Ricky knows him well, as Akshay Homraj. All been in that USA setup. All play in New York, so know each other very well. Just too full.
Yeah, they would have been part of the under-25 setup. They do have a ping ball tournament that happens every year for the under-25. I remember a couple of years ago, all these boys were part of that group. And so Carmichael, we made the point, he'll be going up to the Philadelphians, a move from the Empire State Titans. And yesterday we made mention that Manoj Acharya, wherever we said he was going, well, I got confirmation from my son that he is going to the Stallions. He's going to Jesse Singh. I'm playing a miss here. Ball goes through to Ketwaru. 27 without loss at the end of 3.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Manoj Acharya, now that we've confirmed he's going to the Stallions, will come into bowl to Akshay Humraj. Akshay Humraj has really entertained the small crowd on hand. And he goes up to 21, it's 28 without loss. So Ricky on strike. Certainly outscored by Akshay Humraj for the time being. Dominic Ricky, quality player. So ball guided away into the accordion. They come back for a couple of runs, so what should have been only a single ends up to be a couple of runs. A bit of an overthrow, and so 2 more runs to Dominic Ricky. He goes up to 8, and that takes the Washington Hawks score up to 30 without loss. They've won the toss. They've elected to bat. They would have picked up some points during the shared abandoned game yesterday, but this is their first match out in the middle. Good rotation of strike here from Akshay Humraj and Dominic Ricky. And this over from Manoj Acharya has gone for 4, 31 without loss. So a good stop there from Stephen Ketwaru. Man who comes out of Trinidad and Tobago. We've seen over time, Nikhil. Let's talk a little bit about West Indies cricket, and as it relates to wicket keeping, as we see Stephen Ketwaru from the Twin Island Republic. I remember when I first started following West Indies cricket, this one goes down the leg side, beats Ketwaru, or he may have gotten a glove to it, and a couple of wides will be added to the score. Derek Murray used to be the keeper then, and then of course I think his job was taken over by Jeffrey Dujon, man from Jamaica, and then I want to think David Williams came before Jeffrey Dujon, short man out of Trinidad and Tobago. And my point is we've seen a lot of West Indian wicketkeepers from Trinidad and Tobago. You got Derek Murray, David Williams, now Joshua De Silva,
Dinesh
Ramdin, 4 of them. And now the incumbent Joshua De Silva. Barbados had what? David Murray, Telston Payne, who kept briefly at the West Indies level,
Shane Dowrich,
Courtney Brown. So an overthrow allows Dominic Rickey to get perhaps an additional run. So 4 of us gone, 34 without loss.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So 2 overs remain in this power play. Ideal start for the Hawks, winning the toss, batting first. Haven't lost the wicket yet, just under 9 runs and over. Fantastic start. Tristan Carmichael will be trusted with the ball again. Would have recently played for United States, Carmichael.
Yeah, Carmichael was quite economical in last year minor league series. Very quality bowler. And you spoke about the fielding of Carmichael. It certainly brings to remembrance Karima Gore, who along with Ken Jige, probably 2 of the better fielder in the USA lineup.
Isn't Carmichael going back to the Philadelphians?
Well, he's going to Philadelphia from Empire State.
With Karima Gore, so they'll have both of them in the same team. Like the noise that Philadelphia team is making at the moment.
Liam Plunkett is part of that lineup this year, and we understand that he will play this year. So a couple of good balls here from Carmichael. Dominic Rickey, he's up to 10. Oh, he comes down in the region of Ryan Scott. Oh, the ball eludes him. A bit of a vicious bounce fooled him, and that's gone for 4.
Yeah, just spun. Hit and spun away from Ryan Scott, but a fielder of his caliber should do better. May have had the sun to contend with. Just completely spun away. We're in the background of that. We watched it up close.
Yeah, I recall it probably would have been last year in a tournament called the World Series. Oh, lofted deliberately over the infield. And that's gone away for 4. Class.
Well, lack of execution from Carmichael. Mid-off up in the circle. Can't be full on off stump because Dominic Rickey just opens up, places it over him.
That's a lovely shot for 4. Still bowling with 2 men inside of the ring as the playing conditions would allow. And a good looking shot from Dominic Rickey. It's up to 42 for no loss. Rickey, on your screen you can see he's on 18 and 21 to Akshay Homraj.
Super this one. Ryan Scott this time completes the fielding effort. Just keeps it to 1. Already 9 from the over though. Good power play from this Hawks team to not lose a wicket and score at 9 runs and over. ideal start. Couldn't have asked for much better.
So this Carmichael over's gone for 9. Final ball coming up.
Speared in. Fired in to the pads. Ends of 5. 33 for none.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Laban takes over from Manoj Acharya. First over would have gone for 12, 3 fours on that occasion. And he starts with a ball that swings way outside of the right-hander on the offside, called a wide. And Nikhil, we have seen a good level of cricket so far in these 5 overs. We've seen some excellent batting. We've seen 3 quality bowlers on display, 2 of them fast bowler, Laban Acharya and Carmichael the spinner.
Yeah, these two teams, 2 of the stronger in the tournament. Could be both favorites to come out of that group. The Mavericks will have something to say about it, though, picking up their first win today.
So 44. Ricky on 19, the man on strike. Oh, it comes on the track. Oh, what a catch! From the man, a short extra cover. And Ricky is gone.
Important wicket, just plucked out of the air. Dominic Ricky timed it well off the middle of the bat. And just that man takes a great catch. Hrit Patel.
Might have been Manoj Acharya, not too sure.
Oh, it was Meet Shah who took the catch. So an important wicket to break the opening partnership inside the power play. Dominic Ricky looking to kick on. He has to go 44 for 1.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Bridge Patel comes to the middle. Bridge Patel. He will be the man on strike. Laban strikes. Taking out Dominic Ricky. Excellent catch from Mitul Shah. Right, a short extra cover. We're beginning to see some very good cricket, good bowling, good batting, and even good catching. Playing a miss. In fact, he's caught behind. So Bridge Patel takes on Mario Laban. Doesn't go well. Katwaru comes up. It's 44 for 2.
Good short there from Laban. Using that pace to good effect. First delivery to Bridge Patel. Surprises him, the extra bit of pace. And the top edge straight into the gloves of Katwaru. Back into this game now. The Cavaliers. 44 for 2.
So Laban will be on a hat-trick. And I'm pretty sure in every tournament there is one. There's always a hat-trick. And could we be on? We've seen a super over as Marvin Darlington walks to the middle. And you wonder how much time does a batsman get, Nikel, when he's out first ball.
Yeah.
How much preparation time Marvin Darlington had as he walks to the middle.
He knows LeBron well, both being West Indian from Jamaica.
Yeah, I was talking to Laban. You played in the Pakistan Super League of the USA, and I asked him, how come you're not playing minor league? And he made the point that he wished if someone can snap him up, and he's willing to play, but hasn't been picked. And I told him to keep using these tournaments to put your name out there. Oh, this one beats the outside edge of Darlington.
I would like to see him on a turf surface though, Lenny. Obviously this is synthetic. I want to see him on the actual, maybe a pitch with some green grass. Then he could already test and see how that pace and carry is.
Pretty sure he can bowl well at Prairie View. A lot of grass. But we made the point, a lot of players will use these games to really try to put their name out there. Marvin Darlington on strike.
Darlington.
Keon Joseph, I'm pretty sure will factor in as a bowler, so he will come later on. But for now, is Marvin Darlington. And Darlington, speaking of minor league, will move from the Empire State Titans, and he's going to Northeast. He's going to the New England Eagles. It's 45 for 2. We've seen a couple of wickets in this over from Mario Laban. And now Akshay Humraj, who's been quite dominating at the top of the order, now faced with a situation in which he has lost a couple of his batters. Ball turned into the offside, could be looking for a couple of runs. Fielder comes around. They'll settle for 1, so that's the end of the power play. 6 overs gone, 46 for 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead
So Danish Patel takes over from Carmichael. Carmichael 2 overs, no win, none for 17. And the leg spinner will come into bowl to Akshay Humraj. Akshay Humraj is up on 22, 1-6 and 3-4s. So here comes Danish Patel, comes into bowl to Akshay Humraj. Akshay Humraj gets a good delivery and can't score, and the score remains at 46 for 2. "83 balls still to be bowled. So lofted into the onside. Manoj Acharya comes around, can't prevent a couple of runs. It's a productive shot again from Akshay Humraj. So the batter is out. Dominic Ricky for 19. And Bridge Patel caught behind off the bowling of Laban without scoring. So 48 for 2. We're in the 7th over. We've seen a tidy start here from Danish Patel. He's only given up 2 in 3 balls. And ball played into the offside, can't score. Carmichael is in the way. And so 48 for 2. We're still in the 7th over. This has been a quality over here from Danish Patel. So 49 for 2. We're 1 ball away from the 7th over. And this has been a very quality over here from Danish Patel. He's only given up 3 in the over. Oh, big strike here from Marvin Darlington. He finds the gap. And the ball eludes the keeper. That's a good looking shot for 4 runs. Marvin Darlington. Good looking shot. Look at that. Bang. It's gone for 4. That brings up the 50. It's 53 for 2.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Laban will continue 53 for 2. And Akshay Humra just taking on the fast bowler. The ball goes bouncing to Stephen Ketwaru. Welcome back, Nikhil.
Yeah, need that wicket of Akshay Homraj quickly. He started off 21 from 12. Since then, though, he's a couple dot balls. He's very important, the Hawks, to their chances of setting a big total. It's well played, dabbed, fine. Just be a single though.
So this is a matchup. Both teams would have are coming out of Group A. And all the teams in Group A, of course, includes Maryland Mavericks and Texas Cowboys. We saw them playing not too long ago. So Darlington gets an outside edge, running up towards the boundary. And they'll come back for 2. Not one of the best throws. Darlington makes it home, 56 for 2.
Midway into the 8th over. Important roll from Marvin Darlington. And he's got him. LeBon, I think, went pace off. And he went straight through the gate of Darlington. Trouble brewing for the Hawks.
Yeah, look at that. Hitting the top of the stumps. And that's the end of Darlington, 56 for 3. LeBon has picked up his 3rd wicket now. He's bowling a 3 for 18. Impressive stuff from Mario LeBon. 56 for 3.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So the captain, Sean Finley, comes to the middle. A brief stint at the international level, Nickel. And so he comes in here with Laban with 3 wickets in the bag already. The last one perhaps the most impressive of them all, hitting the top of the stumps to dismiss Marvin Darlington, and now the skipper comes to the middle with 74 balls remaining, 56 on the board.
Yeah, 9-1 internationals for Sean Finlay, 2 T20 internationals as well. Represented the West Indies, of course. Man from Jamaica. Been around for a long time, Finlay. Look at the bounce, a steep bounce by LeBon. Really making things happen, Mario LeBon.
Yeah, he's got wickets to go for that. Go with that. Look at his bowling figures, 3 for 18 at the moment. So quite confident that, well, we know the talent of Sean Finlay, but still, he knows the best batsman in the world when he first comes to the crease. He's still tentative, no matter how good you are. And he comes in now to bowl to Sean Finlay. Finlay gets a ball going down the leg side. Good stop here from Katwaru. Called a wide. But even if ball sliding down the leg side called a wide there, Nickel, you've got to get good keepers to back them up. Last thing you want for it to go to 4 additional wide. Katwaru has provided good glove support here for the Penn Cavaliers. And you're always feel the assurance. So big appeal. Ritesh Patel is challenged here. Not out, says the umpire. Seem to be going down the leg side. And that completes 8. It's 57 for 3.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So y'all are from the US or y'all live in India?
So Danish Patel continues. And we'll come into bowl to Akshay Homraj. We'll try to... Akshay Homraj was quite efficient in the first bar. Big appeal! Brian Kane not convinced. Let's take a look.
Good decision in the end by Kane. Really rate him, Brian Kane. I think he's a good umpire, very good umpire, very serious.
Oh, punched away. That's a good looking shot from Akshay Homraj. And he picks up another boundary after a very long time. 61 for 3.
Carmichael's a good fielder, but even the timing of Homraj on display. beats him and gets a boundary. They needed that. Akshay Homraj has to continue with the momentum. Interesting nicknames for Sean Finley, as you can see. Shrikant.
Yeah, I know Sean Finley. I know several years ago, might have been 6 or 7 years ago, I saw him in Florida at the US Open.
You called him Shrikant Finley? Or Karan Homraj? See Karan on the back of Homraj's shirt.
Well, Homraj would have been a replacement player. I know he came in last night or maybe this morning. Finley has been here from the start, but just coming back to Finley. Outside of cricket, Finley does have a singing career. Maybe you have a chat with him, ask him to pass on one of his tracks. A couple of years ago, he did share one of his tracks at the US Open, and
Stream is.
how you know when the stream is done?
They put it in a group. But end of 9, 65 for 3.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Sohail won, given the ball for the first time today. Picked up 4 wickets yesterday, 4 for 30.
That was very impressive. Big part of the Cavaliers picking up that win. Of course, if you missed it, Ryan Scott, final delivery of the Super Over 6 to win. Smacked it out the park. Truly an enjoyable moment of this CBTF USPL. First delivery for a 1. Starts full. Homraj still there battling. Definitely slowed down since the end of that power play, but the important thing, he's still at the crease, still spending time. Sean Finley at the other end. Definitely can hit it, we know that.
So Homraj is on 31. Got off to a flyer. First over 3 fours and has now certainly subsided to a more conventional approach, stroking this one up towards the offside. And hands the strike over to the former West Indies international, Sean Finley. So 64 balls remaining. As you hear an aircraft in the distance, and I gotta tell you that we're not too far away from the Westchester County Airport, Nikhil. And I'm really surprised we haven't heard too many of those songs with planes landing and departing from an airport with a letter code HCN. That's the Westchester County Airport.
Have you ever flown from there, Lenny?
People hardly do. If you live in Connecticut or upstate, that's a good looking shot from Akshay Hamraj. Breaks the silence here. And has gone away for four, straight down the ground. Take a look.
Yeah, he's fighting single-handedly, Akshay Hamraj at the moment. Was straight as an arrow. Not going to be able to stop that. Even though you've got long off on the boundary.
So 4 runs to Akshay Hamraj, 71 for 3. Just coming back to the airport. If you probably live in Connecticut and upstate, you'll probably use that. HCN.
So big airlines go from that airport?
Yeah, I think Delta, JetBlue, maybe Spirit will probably run there, but it always, surprisingly, it probably costs you a little bit more than going to LaGuardia or JFK. But some small internal flights, those smaller aircraft, and probably get you around. And I'm surprised we haven't seen too many songs of the aircraft taking off or landing there, but you never know, maybe still have a couple of days here. Good slice on this one, Akshay Hamraj. And he picks up a couple of runs.
Yeah, it's been an innovative inning so far from Hamraj. Got to ensure, though, he doesn't give it away. Job not completed. The longer he bats, the better and more comfortable this Hawks team will be.
So this over's gone for 10 so far. What a difference a day makes. And R1 was impressive yesterday.
Have
So
to go that one. R1.
So 11 in this over so far. Still 1 ball to complete his first over spell. 75 for 3, 61 balls still to be bowled. Akshay Hamraj has batted well for 38. Late addition to the Washington Hawks team. And we've seen both teams today, I think. In fact, more particular, Washington Hawks, they've brought in some top guns. Marvin Darlington, Stephen Wakey, and Joseph. And Akshay Hamraj out in the middle. So 10 overs gone. We're at the halfway stage here for Washington Hawks. And they're batting a 76 for 3.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज टीम अपडेट्स स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead
So Ryan Scott going to come into the attack after the 10 over mark. Interesting, very interesting. Haven't seen Scott with the ball so far in this CBTF USPL. Just a single full toss, probably gets away with it in the end.
So Sean Finley comes in to strike. 59 balls remaining. Ryan Scott into the attack. Never seen him bowl before, so.
Well, he's the captain, you know, Lenny, so he can make his own decisions. And he's got a wicket. How often have we seen this in cricket? The part-timer into the attack and takes a wicket. The big one of the captain is captain v captain, and Scott wins.
So Sean Finley falls cheaply, 77 for 4. And Ryan Scott, he's picked up 1 and is just his second ball into his spell. 58 balls still to be bowled. The boys are quite delighted as another wicket goes down. 4 gone, 77 on the board.
Huge wicket. You can see there the captain's matchup. Scott taking the wicket of Finley. And you see a part-timer like Ryan Scott coming to the attack. You think about that. Think about attack. So Finley in the end has to go.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Hyder Ali comes to the middle. Ryan Scott has picked up 1. And the other 3 would have been taken by Mario Laban. So good bowling here from Laban, but now it's Ryan Scott who has picked up 1 already. And straight away Hyder Ali gets off the mark, brings Akshay Hamraj, man who's been there from the start.
Yeah, and I just need some help though, actually. Homraj hasn't had much support. Small cameos from Darlington, Dominic Ricky, but no one is substantial to build this partnership. Full toss. Has he got enough? You bet. Akshay Homraj kicking into second gear. Gone all the way for 6 as well. Full toss from Scott. He missed. Homraj hits.
Yeah, Hamraj came down, got the ball on full, and hammered his way for another 6. 84 for 4.
Into the second half of the innings. Homraj doing well.
So we're waiting for the ball to be retrieved. May have gone into the parking lot and runs away very far. So Akshay Homraj on 46. We've seen 8 runs in this over. For Ryan Scott, he would have picked up the wicket of Sean Finley. We're down to the last 56 balls here, 84 for 4. Ryan Scott will come into bowl to Akshay Homraj, and lofted straight down the ground. That's 6 more for Akshay Homraj. That brings up his 50. He's up to 52. Take a look.
It's been a superb innings from Homraj. He's taken apart Ryan Scott in this over.
So 52 to Akshay Hamraj. And he came off some 35 balls, in fact 34 balls to be exact. 90 for 4. End of 11. Yeah.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Homraj kicking into that second gear, taking apart the part-time bowler. Because we had that no ball, Ryan Scott still bowling. 98 for 4 now. Sorry, 92 for 4. Correction. Scott able to get out of the over with just 1. So we now end the 11th over, 93 for 4.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Danish Patel comes into the attack. 2 overs, no made, none for 14. Starts well. And ball turned into the onside. They'll settle for 1, Nikel, but when a ball is turned into the cricket field and you see the keeper is running, you come back for 2. That brings up the 100. In fact, no, it has not. 94 for 4.
They want to, they're going to get them. Or no, they won't. Is he gone? He is. Brian Kane sends him. Would you believe it? The wicket of Akshay Homraj. You can't afford to be run out. Have a look at it again. Was he home? Didn't quite get it on camera, but I think he was a bit short.
So Akshay Homraj goes. Got a 50. And so 1 run, so 95 for 5. So Akshay Homraj is gone.
Good knock from Homraj, but no support. He's walking back. Big wicket for the Cavaliers.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Stephen Wigg comes to the middle. Akshay Humraj gone for 54. And so Danish Patel, he's picked up 1 in this over. We've seen a couple of runs. So Stephen Wigg comes to the middle. He allows 1 to go through. And the Hawks, they're batting at 95 for 5 at one stage. They were 44 for 1. And they have slid to 95 for 5. Worked into the onside. They'll settle for 1, and that brings Hyder Ali. So 2 new batters out in the middle, Nikhil, as Penn Cavaliers fight back here at the beautiful Purchase University Cricket Ground.
Yeah, 2 new batters at a crucial time of the innings. The Hawks looking now to take this game on and get up to 150. We've seen this Cavaliers batting lineup score or chase down 180, well, post 180 yesterday, then 1 in the super over. So we know that they packed the punch. Ryan Scott, Katwaru at the top of the order. Another good over by the Hawks. Just 2 runs and a wicket. End of 12, 96 for 5.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com।
Scott continues, starts with a dot ball. Stephen Wigg, no answer to that one. So 47 balls still to be bowled here as Ryan Scott moves in again to Stephen Wigg.
Interesting move though to go back to himself. Scott conceded, yes, he got the wicket of Finley, but he conceded 17 runs in his first over. He's gone back to himself for this next 13th over. Let's see if he can be much improved.
So ball pulled into the onside by Stephen Wigg. Score goes slowly up to 97 for 5. 45 balls still to be bowled. Ryan Scott, he's been among the wicket. Would have picked up the wicket of Sean Finley. So the Washington Hawks playing their first game today, already with points on the table. How many of those shared points, Nikhil?
Just 1, so not going to be good enough if they want to get to the next stages. Given the Mavericks are on 2 points, they won that game, so they have to win. Need to win games. That would be a crucial game. The Hawks against the Mavericks could be an elimination game coming to you in the next couple of days. Good work, good piece of fielding by the Cavaliers.
When you consider the batting talent of Ryan Scott, you look at 98 for 5 with 43 balls remaining. You probably tell yourself, him alone will need a lot more runs than that. Well, speaking of runs, here is a big shot off the bat of Stephen Wigg. He's gone for 6.
Yeah, much needed. Ryan Scott continues to be expensive. It was a good over, but that maximum will cause those figures to continue to increase. He concedes 25 now in his 2 overs. End of the over 104 for 5.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है, तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी।
So Carmichael comes into the attack. And Hyder Ali looking for 2. Carmichael.
Yeah, 25 runs conceded, not ideal for Ryan Scott, the captain, taking some of the pressure off of the Hawks in terms of with the bat in hand. Did all that hard work to get the wicket of Homraj, continue to take top order, have to finish the job well. Don't want to let up at any stage.
So Wig is running. They're running for a couple of runs. You see what a difference a fielder makes. The ball was played in that vicinity, but because Carmichael ran into the ball, Stephen Wig and Hyder Ali said, no, stay. But they have taken the chance on number 18. Interesting.
We won't get to that one. That will just be a single.
As a batter, one of the basics you'll learn in running between the wickets, they tell you once the ball gets into the hands of a fielder, you rarely run, or you don't run at all. And also you target some of the lesser or the less better fielder from a fielding team. And the likes of Stephen Wigg and Hyder Ali may know a thing or two about Carmichael. It's 109 for 5. So that will conclude over number 14. So 14 gone. It's 109 for 5. 36 balls still to be bowled.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
I noticed that the audio was a little bit. So the action continues. Ryan Scott has decided to bowl deep into this inning. Nikhil, this is his third over. 1 for 25 coming in here.
Yeah, very surprising to me to see Scott with the ball back in hand after going for 25 in 2 overs.
So 111 for 5. Hyder Ali, 34 balls still to be bowled. Stephen Wigg out in the middle. And Ryan Scott moves in again. Oh, skied in the air. Manoj Acharya has a long time to settle under that one. And he lets it fall on the grass.
It was like he had too much time to think about it. And in the end, unable to take the catch. Acharya is usually a very safe fielder, especially in those deep positions. Be very disappointed with that effort.
So both Stephen Wigg and Manoj Acharya will be a part of the same unit starting next week. The New Jersey Stallions, they've put together a big team this year. Wish them best of luck. So gone, Hyde, in fact, Stephen Wigg goes via the leg before root. Let's take a look at that. Ryan Scott will pick up his second wicket. It's 114 for 6.
On the back foot. Looking to pull. Didn't connect into the pads. Easy decision for Kane. So the Ryan Scott experiment has worked with his team, the Cavaliers. He's been expensive, but he's picked up 2 wickets. Ryan Scott picking up 2 wickets. He's got to slip in place. Trying to be very aggressive, the captain. want to keep taking wickets, keep eating into the lower order, ensuring that they don't get up to anything too high. This is a team that was able to get to 180 yesterday. So by that, we expect them to be able to chase any big total. Salil Yadav, new batter in. Ends the over 114 for 6.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स।
So Carmichael continues. 3 overs, no made, none for 22. He'll be the first bowler to finish up here. Mario Laban has also bowled 3. And Ryan Scott has bowled 3. So still have 1 to go for Laban if he's needed. Danish Patel, 3 overs, no made, none for 17 is another one. Scott has picked up 2. 2 for 30 off his 3 overs. Boys, Carmichael will be the first one here to finish his allotted 4 overs, as this one is played into the offside by Yadav. As we come down to the home stretch, 27 balls still to be bowled. It's 116 on the board. So another wicket goes down. Carmichael on the stumps, hits the stick, takes the off stump apart, and Haider Ali has to go. It's 116 for 7.
Much slower in pace. That one's just kept a bit low. Straight on for the left arm spinner. Tristan Carmichael does the rest. So back-to-back wickets falling in consecutive overs for the Hawks. Trouble now. In real trouble. Keon Joseph will come to the middle. Keon Joseph can strike him. Surprised he's coming at number 9. Expect him to see him a bit earlier. So Keon Joseph walks to the middle, the man from Guyana. Where is he from in Guyana, Lenny?
Not too sure.
Oh, your fellow countryman?
Guide is a big place.
And I think, if I know Keon Joseph, and from the times I've seen him back, don't think he'll stick around or look to stick around regardless of the situation. Likes to hit the ball.
Yeah, Keon Joseph would have played for the West Indies at the junior level, 2010. And then represented Guyana at the first class level, so he's had some bit of exposure at top level cricket. And he comes in here, taking on the pad, might have been going down the leg side as Carmichael wants more. That will complete over number 16, and so 16 gone, it's 116 for 7.
Yeah, having some words with him as well.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Not only is this the first time we've seen Ryan Scott bowl, he's actually going to bowl out his quota of 4 overs. Interesting stuff from the part-time leg spinner. Hasn't been bad, just a couple of deliveries that have been punished. Clearly is a capable option. I'd like to see him bowl at Keon Joseph though, just see if Joseph will be able to just see him out. They have to try to bat the 20 overs at least to get up to a respectable total. No point not batting the full quota of 20.
So 22 balls to end that quota. Salil Yadav and Keon Joseph have to try to make much with 22 balls remaining. And that is because we've seen a middle order collapse. Starting from Bridge Patel, he was out first ball. Marvin Darlington didn't stick around too long. Sean Finley fell quite cheaply. Hyder Ali, he also went for 10. Oh, struck well from Yadav. He's gone all the way for 6.
It looks so effortless by Salil Yadav. Didn't seem like he really tried to hit that one, but exactly what he would have tried to do. Just go for 6, help it along its way. Ryan Scott missing his length again.
And Nikhil, not only the vehicles in the parking lot that are beginning, that could sustain some damage. We've seen the trees, branches and twigs falling off from time to time. Couple of runs here off the bat of Yadav. And takes the score up to 124 for 7. And that one from Yadav took down some limbs. And maybe by the end of this tournament, come Monday afternoon, those trees will be a lot more leafy. 124 for 7, 19 balls remaining. And Ryan Scott will be the second bowler to finish up here. Carmichael 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 24. And Ryan Scott 2 for 38 in 3.5. Let's see what happens. Oh, ball tucked into the square leg area in the region of Ritesh Patel. And that will complete over number 17, 125 for 7.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So after consecutive overs of spin, Acharya back into the attack, the seam of Manoj Acharya. They want to wrap this up quickly. The Cavaliers don't want to let this Hawks team get up to anything competitive. Straight up. Does it have enough on it? Man in the deep, takes the catch. Another wicket falls for the Hawks. The Cavaliers on the hunt.
So another wicket goes down. This time that of Hyder Ali. In fact, Salil Yadav. And Yadav falls. He's gone for 10. The last man comes out to the middle here to join Keon Joseph. So Bilal Zulfikar, last man in, and it's 125 for 8, still 17 balls remaining.
Keon Joseph hasn't been able to get off the mark yet. 3 deliveries without scoring. So there it is. Expected that to come some point. The big hoik, and still not able to make contact. Good execution at the death from Manoj Acharya, and by extension, this Pennsylvania Cavaliers team, who picked up a win yesterday in a super over, and you would think, given the batting prowess that we've seen, could well be on their way to pick up their second. Long way away though. Well, he connects with that, Keon Joseph. But it's just a single. Thought he got enough on it. Does hit the ball pretty powerfully.
So Bilal Zulfikar comes out at number 11.
10.
Sorry, number number 10, still a man to come. I think Tirt Patel is the number 11, specialist number 11 maybe. And in local cricket or cricket at this level, Nikhil, you can never know. You can only assume that Bilal Zulfikar is a bowler. But I've gone to cricket matches and a man batting at 9, 10 or 11, he doesn't even bowl, and you wonder, what has he played as? If he's batting at 9, 10 and 11, he doesn't bowl. So we can only assume. We know Keon Joseph is reputed to be a very good bowler, and I'm pretty sure he'll be given the ball. He could perhaps start here this afternoon. He's a quality fast bowler, Keon Joseph. But we're watching Bilal Zulfikar. It's 126 for 8. So in the air, fielder will come in. Oh, he takes the catch. It appears to be a 1. We'll confirm that, but that's an excellent judge catch. He has to run a long way. And look at that. He holds on to it.
Might have been Kevin Shaw. Yeah, it was Kevin Shaw taking the good running catch, showing that youth and exuberance. Big wicket. 9th goes down. 126 for 9.
So Laban will come into bowl over number 19, 3 for 19. And Nikhil, how important was those 3 wickets at the top of the order?
Oh yeah, set the tone. 2 wickets for LeBron. 3, sorry, for LeBron. Definitely set the tone.
Darlington, Dominic, Ricky, and Bridge Patel, as in the case of Ricky and Patel, got them in successive ball. Was on a hat-trick at one time. And perhaps Darlington, the icing on the cake for him. But he's not done yet. Still got 5 more balls to complete his spell.
And they won't want to let this team bat the full 20. They want to take this wicket now. The Cavaliers. I think to Tirt Patel, you want to just be full at the stumps. With his pace, LeBron really is a challenge when you're full at the stumps. Another big swing and a miss from Joseph. 1 run scored in the first 2 deliveries. Top stuff from LeBron. This has been his day. 3 wickets just for 20 runs. A lot of those dot deliveries to actually Homraj, who got 50 as well. Look how far Keon Joseph is out, his batting outside his crease. Trying to get close to the length. Oh was struck on the helmet.
Yeah, the concussion protocol.
May have been a slower bouncer. Played it so early. Keon Joseph.
Hey, I'm surprised Brian Kane hasn't conducted the concussion protocol, or maybe it was not as severe of a hit.
Tennis ball bouncer, Lenny. Very slow.
So Keon Joseph will have a smashed it out of the park. Keon Joseph. That's gone for 6.
Well, if that's not a reply to a bouncer, you just struck in your helmet. Hello, welcome, I'm here. Bang. Comes down the track. Full force on display from Joseph. A lot more where that came from.
He's had enough of that. And typically, Nickel Keon Joseph is perhaps the kind of bowler that will strike the helmet. But he has struck a very big ball into the parking lot. That's a big hit from Keon Joseph. So it's 133 for 9. Every run will count. And especially when they come in half dozen. 133 for 9.
Small ground, so it does take some getting this venue in. Sunny Perch. When the ball goes out the ground, you have to try and do well to retrieve it. 7 legal deliveries remaining. Can they get this wicket? That was Joseph that hit the 6, not Tirth Patel.
Oh, a swing and a miss. Oh, I thought that one was high. But in the end, that's the end of the over. 18 gone. In fact, 19 gone. It's 133 for 9.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज टीम अपडेट्स स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead
We're down to the last 6, last over. Tir Patel will be on strike. And Manoj Acharya, bowling at 2 for 14 off 3 overs, has been given the final over.
Patel does well though, just to get one and get Joseph back on strike. Probably want to face all 5 of these last deliveries. Keon Joseph.
So Tir Patel, he's a leg spinner. He's a quality bowler, Tir Patel. We're watching Keon Joseph, so the two bowlers certainly that will factor here for Washington Hawks. We've seen what Keon Joseph can do. And he waits for Manoj Acharya. 134 for 9. So a lot of field setting. Let's see how many boundaries has been struck in this innings so far. We've got 6 sixes and 9 fours.
And the middle stump goes. Manoj Acharya prevails. Slower delivery. Good change up. Keon Joseph trying to hit it out the park. Brilliant change up from Acharya. It's been his day as well as with LeBron. They've both been very impressive, and it means that they cleaned them up at 134. Brilliant performance from the Cavaliers, searching for their second win in this CBTF USPL. Don't go anywhere. When we return, we'll have an interview with our good friend Roshni.
Hello.
Okay.
Can you mute it for now?
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead। जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead। अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से
umpire is coming out already.
Yeah, that's what I was like, what should we?
Why is it doing that now? Okay. We are. Huh, but now we don't have a camera. But is it really? I think we might have to, yeah. After.
I was
a little bit dark, you can't see the ball. I mean, can we? Well, you gotta go because I was like, the two bowlers are anyways not batting right now, so we'll do their interview off camera. Yeah, start the game. Do you have access to the like social media, the Facebook and Insta? Okay, so if I go and get a video right now with the two bowlers, we can post that without it being on live, or do you think we should? Oh, they'll post it.
A 135 needed from 120 balls. Keon Joseph, as predicted, has been given the ball. Katwaru will be the man on strike. Ryan Scott is at the non-striker's end. We're down for an interesting session of play as Nikhil comes into the box. Here is Joseph. He starts with a ball that is full, goes through to Akshay Hamraj. And so the first ball has been delivered here from Keon Joseph.
But if these two get off based on what we were used to seeing from Katwaru and Scott, it could be over very soon. Just 7 runs, under 7 runs needed per over. Keon Joseph, though, carrying through. Wide given by the umpire.
So Keon Joseph, we made mention, Nikhil, he has had very good youth upbringing. Would have played for the West Indies In 2010, would have played in the World Cup Series, and a team that included the likes of Craig, Jermaine Blackwood, Jason Holder. Warwick Khan was on that tour. And in fact, Trevon Griffith, fellow Guyanese. Oh, playing the miss here from Ketwaru. And the ball goes through to Akshay Homraj. So a good bit of couple balls here for Keon Joseph. We've seen a wide, but outside of that, 2 quality deliveries from the fast bowler. And as in the case of Stephen Ketwaru, he has also played at the West Indies youth level. And in fact would have kept for the Trinidad and Tobago original team in first class and List A matches. Oh, he comes down the track to Joseph, has to make an adjustment, he does so. And they'll come back for a couple of runs to start. In fact, that's the 3rd run on the board, but the first one's off the bat. Couple of runs for Ketwaru. And Stephen Ketwaru would have started representing the West Indies at a tender age of 15. He even played under 15 cricket for the West Indies. A short ball, he takes on the pull and signal a wide. So Key and Joseph all fired up. Called a wide, not too happy with that call at all.
Yeah, and I think he feels a bit hard done by, because when he was batting, he was pleading with the umpires to get those calls. So now that he is bowling, wants the same consistency. It is always a challenge though. Bowling to someone of the pedigree of a Stephen Ketwaru, who's played the 38 List A matches, 20 first class games. And then Ryan Scott at the other end will be serious trouble for this Cavaliers bowling lineup.
So this time a bit fuller. That's a good delivery. We're seeing a good contest here. A contest between a man, as you made mention, would have played first class and certainly List A matches for Trinidad and Tobago, and have played youth cricket for the West Indies. And a bowler who has played youth cricket for the West Indies and for Guyana at the first class and List A level. So a big contest developing here. Keon Joseph bowling to Ketwaru. And Joseph bowls with some bit of pace here, Nikhil. Like Jesse Singh, he runs from a very long way. And Ketwaru gets a ball that he's defending off the back foot.
Always interests me though, Lenny, when you have players like Ketwaru and Ryan Scott used to playing on those turf surfaces at a higher level, when they come to places like New York from the sunny Barbados or sunny Guyana to then places like this, how do they adapt? That is always the key, and I think it's always going to be very important in terms of how they start. Yesterday they showed they're very capable, these two.
Yeah, some of the players, they'll adjust very quick. As in the case of many of these players are playing a miss again and ball goes through to Akshay Homraj. But the good ones, they adapt very quickly. And sometimes cricket is cricket no matter where it's played. 4 of the first over.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Stephen Wigg, as expected, has been given the new ball.
Has Wigg cut his hair since the last minor league, Lenny, if I remember correctly, in the finals weekend? He had a ponytail.
Yeah, he used to in the earlier days, maybe a year or two ago, used to bowl with a headband, and that is because he had He had some big hair, like Ishan Sharma at one time. So he's gotten a makeover. And will come into bowl to Ryan Scott. This is going to be a very good contest. And one of the things we have seen in this tournament, the challenge of bowling from different ends, and certainly the batsman having to adjust to different ends, is null and void here, as Stephen Wigg or any bowler, they know they'll have to only bowl on one side of the pitch, and the batters themselves will have to realize that we're playing on one side. So that adjustment has already been made for those who play on this ground.
Well, in the air, straight up, and doesn't carry to Keon Joseph. Could you imagine Ryan Scott, after 76 yesterday in no time, being dismissed on the first delivery? Didn't get the timing that he was looking for on the first delivery going after it, Ryan Scott. It is a slower synthetic surface. Ball doesn't come onto the bat as much as you probably would anticipate being on a turf pitch. So it has to get in. We've seen all the hitters throughout the day. You think back to Dwayne Smith and so many others weren't able to just go after it from ball one.
Yeah, most time or not, it has to do with timing. If you hit a cricket ball while it's on the rise, or just... Oh, ball them, so Katwaru falls! Stephen Wigg, look at that! Second ball into his spell, and Katwaru is history.
Very skilled Stephen Wigg. Just seemed like it cut in. Off cutter. And Stephen Wigg, I continue to say it, represented the Stallions last year, was massively impressed with the way he bowled in T20 cricket. I think he's got a bright future. Takes a big wicket of Katwaru, who got 46 yesterday. Just 2 today, 5 for 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Amit Shah comes to the middle. So much on Ryan Scott, you would think. The captain, the leader of this team, you never know. It's just 135 to win, which you expect after posting 180. Should be a walk in the park, but you never know. This game of cricket, every day you come, you start from 0.
So wide signal from umpire Ritesh Patel. And Nikhil, just in case Penn Cavalier loses his game, isn't the points table pretty much open?
Yeah, it would be very open. I think even if they do win this game, it's still open. Got 3 teams that would compete for that second spot. Cavaliers, you would think, would be pretty much in with 2 wins. That's a long way away, though. 18.4 overs remaining in this one. Oh, that's going to be 4. Even though there's a third man in place, he was wide. And because of the extra bit of pace from Wigg, Amit Shah meeting him with power. Pun intended, Lenny.
Yeah, that's a good-looking slice off the bat of Meet Shaw. Riding a ball that is rising outside the off stump. They always tell you if you're going, you go hard. And that's exactly what Meet Shaw did. That's gone away for 4. So still a quality over here from Stephen Wigg. We've seen a wicket, we've seen a single, we've seen a wide, and we've seen a slashing shot off the bat of Mitul Shaw. 125 to win from 111 balls. Still a long way to go.